Okay, we are recapping from school. We learned fact, opinion. What type of text will contain mostly facts in a proper way, not trying to skew them, not trying to manipulate you. An objective text. First one, the objective one, will mostly contain proper facts. Which one will mostly contain opinions? Subjective text. And then the next thing we learned about is the different elements you get normally in speeches. They use a quote, they use a rhetorical question, they use a, what else? Repetition, euphemism, similes, and so on. What is the thing we say? We find that in most speeches. It starts with RH. Rhetoric. And one of rhetoric is rhetorical questions and similes and euphemisms and quotes of people that everybody knows and has respect for. Telling a story, all the ones they had for Malala. We must still read Malala's text. We'll do that now. The good type of rhetoric that she is using is called ethical rhetoric. And the type that we want to warn about, if you feel, you don't like if anyone manipulates you personally. So that's the same if a politician or an advertisement or any leader also try to manipulate you. And you can see right through it. He's giving me skewed facts. He's giving me only this and leaving out the other things that doesn't suit him, etc. So that is called manipulative. And then the next thing we will get to, which is even worse on this side, on this subjective, manipulative side, is propaganda. Okay. Because we are a little behind the other classes, I'd like to first read you Malala's speech. Where is Malala's speech? Now, on this side of manipulative speeches and so on, we also get propaganda, which they say in the definition. Propaganda is the extreme form of manipulative reporting. You see that on page 1 to 3. It is a deliberate attempt by an individual or a group to influence people's minds by any means available for their own gain. Isn't it that many leaders, they just actually, politicians, they are in it for themselves. In the end, they don't really care what happens to the people as long as they can get the power, the money, the cars, the house, whatever. Just think, what do they make damage. Well, they want to be, they're just going for their own position. We have 3 elements of propaganda. There they start giving us a little Greek. And are you afraid of Greek? No, we will break the back of this Greek words. Ethos, logos, and pathos. It sounds like, oh, how on earth will we ever remember that? Ethos makes us think about which word? Ethos sounds like ethical or ethics. What's ethics? Again, you said yesterday, doing what? Doing something good in the right way, doing things right. I'm sure from when we are small, our parents and the church and our grandparents and people teach us what are the right things to do. And if you are doing the wrong thing, I'm sure there's some thing that will warn you inside and say, I'm not doing the right thing now. So that is what ethical means. And it implies that the sender has credibility and can be believed and followed. Okay, let's go to logos. Does it sound very terribly, terribly difficult? Logos. It sounds like the word logic. We just have half of the word logic is in there. Is it logical? Let me switch on this thing because I want to show you. I got it. Is it there? Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. I'll get back to those things. Oh man, the third one. I still want to write the third one. Logos and pathos. Oh, it works. You can stop here. Stop here. Oh no. It doesn't want me to succeed, but I don't care. I'm not easily beaten. Ethos, ethics, logos, logic, pathos. What can you think? Let me give you sympathy. Now, that path is there. Sympathy. The word inside sympathy is there. You also get in other English words where it means together with. Simultaneously. Okay, so I'm feeling with you. I have sympathy. I feel if something terrible happens to you, I can say, sure, I can imagine how you must feel. Sometimes we really can't. It's too big, but sometimes we try. Or if the same thing happened to us, we can also say, oh, I kind of get what you are feeling now. So that is sympathy. Pathos. There's the easy words. I found them on the internet. Write it in your book right next to logos, ethos, and pathos, because we need them. We need them to help us. Ethos is character, trust, and credibility. So if someone like that Donald Trump there on the picture, we are getting to him now. That is propaganda. Propaganda has little words, not a lot of words. Very simple, powerful message. Take back our country, he has there. That was his election campaign when he was elected president. So he sits there on the picture. I am the man, you can trust me. He doesn't say a lot of words about that, but that's the implication that he's a credible person. You can trust him, he's a man of character. Because if you don't believe that, you won't believe his whole picture, his whole propaganda poster. Sorry if I'm in front of you. You must believe that this man is a man of character, I can trust him. Then I will listen to his message. And the message he has there, take back our country, is playing on the elements of pathos, my element of sympathy and emotions. Because people in America also feel they don't get enough jobs, so they don't want immigrants to come into the country. And just after they had their first black president, and came quite a turnaround in American politics, where he came with this, and he won the election. He was president for 4 years. And then he lost the next election. Who's the new president of America? Joe Biden. Yeah. You guys must look, read on other countries' politics, and because they are the big economies also influencing our economy. There's a whole, someone once said, if America sneezes, the whole world gets a cold economically. Because they are so big, they have such a big economy. Yeah. And the other thing that's happening is that a lot of people are moving around the world now. Lots of people from South America are moving up to North America because it's overpopulation, bad economies and governments, that lots of trouble and things. People are really getting, was it Venezuela, who also had hyperinflation just like Zimbabwe had in 2008? Their people streamed up to America. And other places we see, in South Africa, we see people from Africa coming down, all the different countries, people from different countries coming here because South Africa was for a long time the biggest economy in Africa, with Nigeria and Egypt. But after the revolution, Egypt sank back. They are not the biggest economy in Africa anymore. And now with everything that's happening here with us now, our economy is going really into the negative because of load shedding. So many factories and farmers and things just have to close down, dump their milk, it becomes sour, dump their fruit because they cannot export it, etc. Lots of people losing their jobs. And because of the Russian-Ukraine war, we have to pay so much more for bread. Wheat is getting more expensive, and also petrol. And if petrol goes up, everything goes up. So, everything that was 39 Rand now is 52 Rand. Lots of things I saw. Yeah, so I wonder, one of these days Nigeria is the biggest economy in Africa. Well, it is between us, and I think now we are sleeping. Okay, and also from Eastern Europe, a lot of people moving into Europe. From North Africa and Middle East, a lot of people moving up into Europe. So the whole world is having big movements at the moment because of different reasons. Okay, now, so that was America getting nervous about people from South America going up into North America. And that was Trump's election campaign. Ethos, believe me, I'm a credible man. Logos, it's logical. The content of the message is logical for him. Pathos plays on the emotions and trying to paint a worst case scenario where you can imagine yourself how it will be. So that is what the whole pathos one is. Okay, will you remember them now, the three Greek words? Okay. Then on the left side, 124, page 124. I don't know if we have, it rang already. Yeah, we get the techniques. So they will ask you elements of propaganda. If they want to ask elements of propaganda, it is logos, pathos, ethos. When they ask techniques used by propagandists, it is this on page 124. You can go home and look at the story of Rwanda, the Hutus murdering out the Tutsis, the Hutu tribe murdering out 1 million of the Tutsi tribe in a few days. After long weeks and months, or years, I'm not sure, of propaganda on a radio station. They also talk about it here on page 124, all the different ways they used, and in the end, it happened. Violence burst out, and they killed a lot of people. It was very, very cruel time. There's a movie called Hotel Rwanda, which you can watch, about a true story. Sorry? Did I not do the next? Okay. Now we stop here.